Assalamu alaikum. Today, what I'm going to talk about is something that most of the Pakistanis are not familiar. I'm going to talk about Shekhar Gupta, and he runs a YouTube channel. He's an Indian journalist, and got a huge following. And I think so. He represents one of the more sensible voices in India. But unfortunately, because he is Indian and he has to, make them, pleased about his analysis. So he make couple of blunders all the time when he is giving very apparently very smart strategic analysis. Now today I'm going to talk about because he repeated it so many times, and I was wondering that how come he, you know, come up with this idea, right? That this is the possibility that I have to reply to him. And one of the most irritating claims in his strategic analysis is that the Indian military has the capability to inflict a decisive defeat on Pakistan military. Now, if I would be a very emotional Pakistani, I would be telling you that how it is not possible on earth that your army can defeat our army, but I'm not going to take that route, right? Because that is a vicious circle of arguments that will keep on coming. But I will try to build up the scenarios based on this strategic analysis that you are claiming that the Indian army is in a position to inflict a decisive, uh, you know, defeat on Pakistan military. So my question is very simple: what is the outcome when you defeat the military of a country? Number one scenario can be that after defeating them, right? Forget about that they are nuclear powers. Let's forget about them. Think that they have tried to have a conventional war and you were so mighty and so big that you defeat them. Then you come and occupy the territory. Now, your Bangladesh experience was wonderful, remember? But this experience is going to be extremely, extremely painful. It means that you're going to face hundreds of lashkars, right? That will pop up within a week of your occupation, and the number of dead bodies that you're going to receive, in my prediction, will be somewhere between 2 to 3,000 to 10,000 a day, because it's a country of 220 million with more than 50% below the age of 35, with probably the number of AK-47 available in this country are at a maximum. And when you disintegrate an army, all the weapons that are being left will be taken by the public, right? So this is not possible. Assume further, right? You said, oh, no, 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 we are not going to take your territory. We are going to destroy the command and control of your military. We will de-operationalize them. Very fine. If you will be able to do that, it means that you also destroy the command and control system of the nuclear weapons. And if you destroy the command and control of nuclear weapons, it means that the nuclear weapons will be in the hand of individuals. There are at least 114 nuclear bombs right now under the control and command of nuclear strategic asset, the organization that manage Pakistan military part that manage those nuclear weapons, right? So who will own them? Who will use them? Where they use them? So let's suppose if they use against India, despite having a defeat, what the India can do about it? It means simple thing: a huge mutual destruction. Third thing you talk about is that the Pakistanis tried to take the Indian occupied Kashmir through military means. Yes, you are right. And if you assume that they will, you know, discard this strategy for good, again, it's wrong, unfortunately, right? Uh, because this part belongs to the part of invaders, right? Basically, this region is occupied mostly by the settlers, right? The invaders, right? And those who used to occupy the rest of the Indian subcontinent. Therefore, they will keep on trying to take it with military means, right? I'm not suggesting that this is going to be the best idea, but what I am predicting is that will always keep the peace of subcontinent hanging, which is extremely, unbeneficial for the people of both the countries, right? So I hope when you are going to put these analysis, you are going to realize that your line of argument is extremely, extremely poor, and you should put it aside and start talking about what is the real problem with the people of Kashmir, right? Means the Kashmir under Indian occupation is the only Muslim majority state in whole India of population more than 1 billion. And only this one state, India, despite all the wealth you talk about that your business people have, right, are unable to accommodate those Kashmiris. We should not forget, being Pakistani or the Indians, that the land belongs to the people of Kashmir, right? It's not my land, it's not your land, it's the land of the people of Kashmir. If they want to stay with India with peace and harmony, right? I don't personally don't have any objection. But that's not the case. And therefore, you should basically argue about negotiating with the people of Kashmir, finding out a solution that is acceptable to them, acceptable to Indian, and acceptable to Pakistanis. That will be much more enlightening and meaningful way of analyzing the thing rather than going down the line that India has the military might to teach a decisive lesson to Pakistan army. I think that is a big, I don't want to say a word, right? Then you will say this is not intellectual. You should use good words. But the good words is this: talk with them if you can, and if you cannot convince them, stop occupying them. That's so simple, right? It's applied to every part of the world, including Pakistan, India, America, Europe. I am not in a favor of retaining any part of my country that do not want to be with my country, provided that the majority of the people are against staying with that country. Simple as this. I hope you will reflect on my message. I hope you will understand. And if you have problem understanding it, what I will suggest you take a visa. I will take you to different parts of the country. We are very, kind and nice and hospitable, but we also show you that why it is so problematic. What you think is very possible for the Indian military. I hope you will learn some lessons from this small video. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.